and it's raining. It's raining and very cold. The chill is going into our bones and lungs. But anyway, this is how the material world is. So it reminds us about the bad weather condition, reminds us of the material world. So it's not that bad. So we are reading the Srimad Bhagavatam, Mataji, and we are on Canto 3, Chapter 7. Chapter 7 is further inquiries by Vidura, and the text for today is text 36. Mataji, which text were you given? Mataji, which text were you given?
36 and
Yes.
37.
Okay, 36 and 37. Mataji, please,
Yes.
can I start with the Mangalacharan?
Yes, go ahead. Start with the Mangalacharan.
ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जना शलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मायं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवंश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवम् साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासाहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखावितंश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिकान्ता राधाकान्ता नमोऽस्तुते तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरे प्रिये वाञ्छकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानन्द श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृन्द हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you so much for joining in and giving me this opportunity to sing the Mangalacharan. I hand over to you. Kindly let us know if you wanted us to read something, but I think your idea of us reciting after you was a good one, and we can continue with that if you would like that. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you so much. Yeah, usually I like to. Yeah, so we are doing text 36 and 37 today. So I will do 36 and then one of you can recite text 36 after me. Then I will read the translation and the purport, and then text 37, the Sanskrit and the translation, and a volunteer can read the purport to 37. Okay, so text 36. Anuvrittanam Shishyanam putranam chadvijotama anaprishtam api bruyur guravo dinavatsalaha. One devotee can recite text 36.
Would anybody like to recite text 36? They read one line and we can repeat after them. Gayatri Mataji, are you able to do that? Or Indulekha Mataji?
Hare Krishna, just give me a few minutes, not few minutes, few seconds, I'll come and read. Let me get the book, please.
Okay, Mataji, you can do 37. Gayatri Mataji, if you're ready, you can do 36.
Yes, you can do 36.
Hare Krishna Mataji, I also have to look up Mataji. 1 second, it's not shared on the screen. 1 second, Mataji. 3736. 1.
Anuvartanam Shishyanam.
Anuvritanam Sishyanam Putranam cha
Anuvrittanam Sishyanam
Putranam cha Dvijottama
Putranam cha Dvijotama.
Anaprashtam api bruyur
Anaprashtam api bruyur
Guravo Dinavatsalaha.
Guravodinavatsalaha.
Okay, thank you, Mataji's translation. O best among the Brahmanas, those who are spiritual masters are very kind to the needy. They are always kind to their followers, disciples, and sons. And without being asked by them, the spiritual master describes all that is knowledge. Purport, short purport by Srila Prabhupada. There are many subjects to be known from the bona fide spiritual master. The followers, disciples, and sons are all on one level for the bona fide spiritual master, and he is always kind to them and always speaks to them on transcendental subjects, even though he is not asked by them. That is the nature of a bona fide spiritual master. Vidura appealed to Maitreya Muni to speak on subjects about which he might not have asked. So text 37, I'll read the Sanskrit and the translation, and our volunteer devotee can read the purport. Tatvanam bhagavam stesham katida prati sankrama tatrimam kaupashiran kausviranusherate. Please describe how many dissolutions there are for the elements of material nature, and who survives after the dissolutions to serve the Lord while he sleeps. And our devotee can read the purport.
Can I read? Hare Krishna?
Yes,
Yes, go ahead,
Mataji.
Mataji.
It's a long
Okay.
talk, but if you want somebody else to help you with it, they can. I
Okay.
can help. But if you
In
can
the-
read the book, that is good.
Okay. In the Brahma Samhita 5.47 to 48, it is said that all the material manifestation with innumerable universes appear and disappear with the breathing of Mahavishnu, lying in yoga nidra or mystic sleep. यः कारणार्बनजले भजति स्वसुयोगा निद्रामनन्तजगतन्दसुरो मकोपः आधारशक्तिम् अवलभ्य परां स्वमूर्तिं गोविन्दमधिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि यस्यैकनिश्वसितकालम् अथवा लम्भ्य जीवन्ति लोम विलज जगतन्दनाथः विष्णुर्महान् स इह यस्य कलाविशेषो गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि. Govinda, the ultimate and supreme personality of Godhead, Lord Krishna, lies sleeping unlimitedly on the causal ocean, in order to create unlimited numbers of universes during that sleep. He lies on the water by his own internal potency, and I worship that original supreme Godhead. Due to his breathing, innumerable universes come into existence, and when he withdraws his breath, there occurs a dissolution of all the lords of the universes. That plenary portion of the Supreme Lord is called Mahavishnu, and he is a part of Lord Krishna. I worship Govinda, the original Lord. After the dissolution of the material manifestations, the Lord and his kingdom beyond the causal ocean do not disappear, nor do the inhabitants, the Lord's associates. The associates of the Lord are far more numerous than the living entities who have forgotten the Lord due to material association. The impersonalist explanation of the word aham is in the four verses of the original Bhagavatam, aham evasam evagre, etc., is refuted here. The Lord and his eternal associates remain after the dissolution. Vidura's inquiry about such person is a clear indication of the existence of all the paraphernalia of the Lord. This is also confirmed in the Kashi Khanda, as quoted by both Jiva Goswami and Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti, who follows in the footsteps of Srila Sridhara Swami. Na chanvante hi yadbhakta mahatyam pralayapadi ato chukto akhile loke sa ekaha sarvago avyayah. The devotees of the Lord never annihilate the individual existences, nor even after the dissolution of the entire cosmic manifestation. The Lord and the devotees who associate with him are always eternal in both the material and spiritual worlds. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much, Indureka Mataji. So
Hare
before
Krishna.
we begin our discussion, I'm going to recite some verses in glorification of the Bhagavatam, then we can start. Madeka bandhu matsangin madguru manmahadana manishtaraka madbhagya madanandana mustite asadu sarutadaye natine chuchatakara anamuncha kadachin mam premnari kantayosvara. First of all, I would like to offer my respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of my spiritual master, and to his spiritual master, and to Srila Prabhupada and all the acharyas in our Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya, and beg that I can be a useful instrument in their service. I would also like to offer my respectful obeisances unto all of you Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis present in today's Srimad Bhagavatam discourse. Yeah, so today we are in text 36 and 37 of the 7th chapter, and I'm mainly going to dwell with text 36, although we will touch parts of 37, linking it to the subject matter of text 36. So we are hearing this conversation between Vidura and Maitreya Muni. And Vidura has been asking certain questions to Sri Maitreya Muni, and today he is glorifying the nature of a bona fide spiritual master, such as Maitreya Muni, and telling us that the nature of such a spiritual master, bona fide spiritual master, is that he is very kind to the needy. He is a Dina Vatsala. He is kind to the needy in that whatever followers he has, disciples or well-wishers, he speaks to them, he imparts knowledge to them, even those that on those matters that they have not asked. He reveals it to them. So this is a great glorification by a disciple to his spiritual master. We know in text 34 of the 4th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna tells Arjuna that if one wants to know the truth, they have to approach a spiritual master. They have to do 3 things. Approach a spiritual master, inquire submissively from him, then render service to him. And because the spiritual master is self-realized, he is a jnanina, he is a jnani in the matters of devotional service, then he can impart that transcendental knowledge to the disciple because he can see the truth. He is a tattvadarshi. Tadvidi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadikshanti te jnanam jnaninas tattvadarshina. This is the process of knowing the truth, the absolute truth, or of inquiring. And now we can see Vidura is inquiring, and he is prompting the spiritual master. I am inquiring about these subject matters of creation and of the Supreme Lord. But because you are very kind, be kind also to enlighten me on matters that I have not asked also. Because this is the nature of the spiritual master, that he knows what my disciple needs. So even what does not suffice, does not come up as a question, he imparts that knowledge. But for that to happen, the process of parinipat has to happen. Parinipat is to approach a spiritual master. We have to approach the spiritual master, and then he will render knowledge unto us. Who is a spiritual master? Guru. We come to this material world, and even if as spirit souls we are Sat Chid Ananda, we have knowledge, transcendental knowledge in us. We are eternal and we are full of bliss. All this has been covered up by our material conditioning, so our knowledge is not visible. We do not know. We need other people who can be considered masters or gurus to educate us. We may know how to write or how to walk. Like walking is in a child's body, the ability to walk. But they require someone, a mother or a relative, to help them practice how to walk. Teach them how to walk. That's the proper term. And then it will come out of them. The walking propensity in them will manifest after they have practiced. Similarly, we have so much knowledge that has been covered by layers of material conditioning, by our existence here in the material world. But if we surrender to a guru, to a spiritual master, then he will impart knowledge unto us. And this material conditioning will be lifted by virtue of his instruction. And then we will learn how to, that knowledge will become revealed in us. It will become revealed to us. And if we follow properly, there are two types of masses. To one who has approached a spiritual master, inquired submissively, rendered service unto him, sevaya. Then spiritual knowledge is imparted to him. Like Maitreya Muni here is imparting spiritual knowledge to Vidura Muni. Yeah, but the first process has been to approach. Knowledge will not come on its own. We will not learn on its own. If you want to become a doctor and you get all the medicine books, buy them, or even go to a library where they are all available and learn them by yourself. Will anyone give you a medical degree? Kirtika Mataji, will that happen? No one will call you a doctor. I don't know if any patient will be can entrust you with their life simply because you have studied by yourself. But if you enroll in a school, and even if you buy books, let alone and study on your own, and then run under some medical professors and train in a proper medical institution, then we will come for your graduation and we will be coming to you to the hospital for you to treat us. We will entrust our bodies to you because you have gone through the right process. Similarly, if you want to know the truth about transcendental matters, about Krishna, about the soul, you should go to a bona fide spiritual master. You have to approach him. Don't go to a cheater. Go to a Tattva Dashi, one who can see the truth. And here Vidura Muni is giving one of the qualities of a spiritual master. He is saying that the spiritual master is a Brahmana, number one, best of the Brahmanas. And then he is very kind to the needy. How kind? In imparting knowledge. This is the greatest kindness, knowledge of the soul, and how to get out of this conditioning of material nature. That even without being asked, to a disciple who has surrendered fully to them, the spiritual master will impart knowledge to them. So start by approaching a spiritual master. How Vidura and Maitreya Muni met, it's very interesting. Vidura was not there when the Supreme Lord Krishna was disappearing from this material world after finishing his pastimes. So he met Uddhava, Lord Krishna's cousin, in Vrindavan, and he was asking him questions about all that happened and what did the Lord say and do. And then Uddhava told him, I am not the right person to guide you in this matter. Go approach Maitreya Muni, who is he was in Haridwar. Walk from Vrindavan to Haridwar. Well, it's quite some journey. You can take an overnight train, like half a night you can travel, or morning half. It will take half a day to reach to Haridwar by train from Vrindavan. So if you walk, I don't know how many days that will take you. Those days there were no trains and uh, there were no airstrips and airports, and I don't even think there were rickshaws and buses. So he walked. He took the chance to go and get this knowledge from Maitreya Muni by walking from Vrindavan to Haridwar, and then approach a guru and ask submissively. You can see in the next text how he is asking, please describe. Not you must describe. You must tell me. No, that's not the attitude. I want to know. Okay, he will say, okay, you continue wanting. Or he will withhold the knowledge. It says a guru has two masses, Nishkapat Kripa and Sakapat Kripa. If he sees someone who is submissive and ready to learn, then he gives him everything. Even what he has not asked, that is what Vidura is saying. He will reveal everything to him. But to a duplicitous disciple, someone who is there to challenge or have a guru for the sake of fashion, oh, I have a guru. Or this is so and so is my guru. He has so many disciples. These are not reasons for having a spiritual master. And a spiritual master who is bona fide can see the motivation of the disciple. So if the motivation is not right, you may be accepted by that bona fide soul because he can see everything, but he will withhold his mercy. You are cheating him, so he'll cheat you as well. We have this example with Duryodhana. The same Duryodhana, the Kauravas Duryodhana, who was the head of the Kauravas, fighting Arjuna and the Pandavas on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. His guru is Balaram. Adi Guru, the first plenary expansion of Sri Krishna, Balaram was his guru. And he learned the art of fighting with a crab from Balaram. But that's all he received. Because he knew that Balaram knew he will not surrender to Krishna, he didn't instruct him. He didn't tell him Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. You should instruct him, and you should stop your devious ways, and you should not oppress the Pandavas. So he knew he will not listen, he will not take it. He didn't impart that to him. So when the battle of Kurukshetra was coming to happen, Balaram said that Duryodhana is my disciple. I am not going to fight, and I have some family relations with him. And this is a family issue because the Pandavas are also his cousins. They are Vrishnis. So he decided, no, I am not going to be involved. I'm going on pilgrimage. But by doing that, he left his disciple to be killed. And Arjuna, who was surrendered to Sri Krishna, always with Krishna, asking for counsel from Krishna, exchanging wonderful dealings with Krishna. Krishna was there as his servant, not master, servant, charioteer. Arjuna would tell him, move the chariot to the middle, move the chariot to the side, move it to the other side, put it back, and he would do. He would feed the horses to the chariot as a servant. The Supreme Lord became a charioteer for his devotee, for his disciple, who took counsel from him. So if we surrender to the spiritual master will impart knowledge to us. Even what we have not asked, what he knows we require for our advancement in Krishna consciousness, he will tell us. But if we have duplicitous dealings with the spiritual master and we are not fully surrendered, even if he accepts us, we'll only get what is basic, not more than that. Srila Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur had many disciples, senior sannyas disciples. Some of his followers were even disciples of his father Bhaktivinoda Thakur. But the only disciple of his that was surrendered to his instruction to preach to the West was Srila Prabhupada, Bhaktivedanta Swami, our Srila Prabhupada. And he imparted to him, he would even reveal intimate matters of what was happening with his disciples on the mat. One time in Radhakund, he even told him, we have built the Bagh Bazar temple in Kolkata, and I see my disciples are fighting over who will take over this room and that room and that room. I wish that marble temple, I can crack out the marble and print books. So if you get money, print books. And he said, there's going to be fire. There's going to be fire in the Gaudiya Math. And this he did not tell anyone else. He did not reveal this to his senior, disciples, because he could see some of them were not there to have transcendental knowledge. They were there for post, position, and to enjoy the facilities of the spiritual master. So it is important to check our motivation in association of the spiritual master. It is important that when we approach the spiritual master, let us approach him for the right reasons, to gain knowledge and to please him, not for any other, not for any other material benefits that you can get in the material world. These are not reasons to approach the spiritual master. To get a room, you can work and even have a better room than the one the temple is offering. So these are not reasons to approach the spiritual master. We should approach the spiritual master because we want to get out of the conditioning of material nature and attain the goal of having this human form of life, which is Krishna Prema. Prabhupada was once asked his disciples, who deserves a spiritual master? Does anyone deserve a spiritual master? And they all said yes. And Prabhupada said no. Not everyone deserves a spiritual master. Only one who is ready to surrender and get out of material conditioning. One who is tired with the sufferings of the material world, with the beatings of Maya and the temporary nature of this world, only that person deserves a guru. Because that person will really take the proper advantage of having a spiritual master, and the spiritual master onto such a person invests all his knowledge in him. Like Vidura here is doing, even by asking about creation, and in the next text is speaking about dissolution, asking about dissolution, and he's begging that the spiritual master can even impart onto him. Actually, it's for our benefit because Vidura knew everything, all that he has not even asked. Therefore, today's point is on our motivation when we approach the spiritual master. Because by Prabhupada's mercy, we have so many gurus in our movement. If you start watching or hearing all the lectures on spiritual knowledge, even on a platform like YouTube today, you'll not finish everything. We have so much. We have so many spiritual masters. You want a Kirtan guru, you want a Bhagavatam inclined guru, you want a guru who performs a lot of austerities, all of them with different moods. Whatever mood you want, you will get. But approach him for the right reason, the reason to get transcendental knowledge. And him being kind, being Adina Vatsara, will impart that knowledge unto you. Therefore, for this to happen, you should surrender to the spiritual master. And then you should not have an independent nature, swatantra. You should depend on the knowledge that he'll give you. And then you should be pure and simple in your dealings with him, and he will impart knowledge unto you. And of course, you are endeavoring to do this, but only know this will happen by his mercy. Therefore, we should beg for the mercy of the spiritual master. Bhaktivinoda Thakur has taught us to do this. In one of the bhajans that he has written, he says, O Vaishnava Thakur, Krishna se tomara, Krishna dite paro, tomara shakarte ache. Amito kangara, Krishna Krishna bori, dhai tava pache pache. O Vaishnava Thakur, Krishna is yours. He is your property. And you have the power to give him to me. Therefore, I am simply running behind you shouting, Krishna, Krishna. So this is how we should approach our spiritual master, in a submissive attitude, because we know he can give us Krishna. He can impart all the knowledge about Krishna to us and all the knowledge that is required to come to the level of advanced Krishna conscious activities, so that we don't remain on the base level. Base level he'll give to everyone, but only to those who are surrendered, he will impart knowledge that is not for everyone. Even what you have not asked, if you are surrendered to him, he will impart that knowledge to you. Therefore, let us pray to Srila Prabhupada and to Sri Vidura Muni, who is showing us how to do this, that we can have a proper motivation for approaching the spiritual master, that we cannot give ourselves so many excuses. Oh, my spiritual master is so busy. It happens in our movement. My spiritual master has so many disciples, I don't even think he remembers if he initiated me. Spiritual master, the connection between the spiritual master and the disciple is spiritual. It is not a physical relationship. If the spiritual master has initiated you by mantra, given you beads, given you a name, you have been connected to the parampara through him, you have a spiritual connection. So even if he has left his body, or he's very busy, you cannot approach him, or very far, you cannot travel to him, you can always approach him. You can write to him. You can speak to him. Many disciples keep a photo of their spiritual master. That's your spiritual master. He'll hear you. It's not a physical relationship. It's a spiritual connection. He'll hear you. Write to him. Speak to him. Pray to him. He'll hear you. And if you have the opportunity, make the endeavor. Go and get his mercy if he's there physically. So we should not have so many excuses. We cannot approach our spiritual masters, and we should pray to have clear motives, and we should pray for the mercy of the Guru to impart that knowledge unto us that we are not even aware of asking, that is needed for us to advance in Krishna consciousness. And him being merciful, he will impart that unto us. Therefore, I'm going to end my monologue here and invite the class for a discussion or questions, comments, clarifications. Yes, you're welcome. Grant Rashimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji, for elaborating on the need for the spiritual master first, to approach him and then ask him submissively, and then rendering service. These three should be incorporated, and the mood of the devotee or the mood of the disciple should be humble, to get the maximum out of the spiritual master. And the relationship with the spiritual master is spiritual. So once you get connected in the parampara, you will receive the answers. And he also knows what you want and what you need of the hour. Sometimes he can give you a service and you'll wonder, why am I doing this? What is the reason why he's asked me to do this? But in due course, it will be revealed. It might be to strengthen you, or there was a lack, or to prepare you for a understanding of another topic. So thank you very much. Mataji, you gave the story of Srila Prabhupada and his spiritual master and the Gaudiya Math. Can you please repeat it, because I couldn't get that?
Oh,
Mataji.
I was saying, now, can you hear me now? Okay.
Yes, yes.
I was saying to a disciple who is surrendered and who has pristine motives. He has clear motives. Who is not looking at what to get from the spiritual master materially, but who wants the mercy of the spiritual master. The Guru will reveal to him even intimate matters on how things are running and how to do things. Like one of the instructions Prabhupada was given by his spiritual master Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur was that if you get money, print books. When this was happening, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur and his disciples had just built a beautiful, gorgeous marble temple in Kolkata that was very grand. And his disciples, Prabhupada's god brothers, were fighting with each other. That will be my room, that will be my room, and that will be my room. Meaning they were there only until the spiritual master, has some property, and then they'll all take it up. And so Prabhupada revealed this, Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati revealed this to our Srila Prabhupada and told him there's going to be fire in the mat, in the Gaudiya mat. I feel that I should pluck this marble and print books instead of building such a place. So if you get money, you print books. This is my desire. Distribute this knowledge of Krishna consciousness, not to hanker after the facilities that the spiritual master is hankering. And these were senior disciples of Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. And Prabhupada, he was a family man. He had gone there actually with his son when his spiritual master was telling him this. And he did not tell this to anyone else. He told this to Srila Prabhupada because he could see his surrender and his clear motive in submitting to him. Therefore, to our disciple who has clear motive of serving the mission of his spiritual master, the spiritual master will reveal what he wants him to do. He will reveal even the intimate details that are happening and that should be expected. So Prabhupada says that his guru told him there will be fire, and the fire came. And therefore, he was anticipating it and he was able to stay away and clear, untouched from the fire that happened among the disciples of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Okay, I hope it is clear, Mataji.
Yes, thank you very much. So the fire was not literally a fire, but the
No,
fire
no, no.
was that they were just fighting among themselves.
Yes. They fought a lot amongst themselves, and Prabhupada was not at all involved because he stayed away from the very beginning after this was revealed to him by his spiritual master.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mataji, for that clarification. Are there any other questions or comments from the group? There are no questions or comments on the group.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Thank
Yes.
you.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much. Thank you. As usual, you did nice talk on the gurus and all. So also we know that you're talking about gurus. So let's see what Lord Balaram did. He did not stay for the Battle of Kurukshetra. He went on pilgrimage, and then he during his pilgrimage he met Romaharshana Rishi, who was giving class. And then everybody stood up just to pay their obeisances to Lord Balaram. But Romaharshana Rishi, he did not. So Lord Balaram could see that there is some pride in him. And so Lord Balaram just, with a blade of grass, cut his head off. That one. So it's just to show that he is Adi Guru, Guru of the whole universe, we should say. But he's just trying to correct his disciple. And he said he didn't want to fight in the battlefield, on the battlefield, because he said it will be a ghastly war and so on. But then he did that. But also he did that because he wanted to promote Sutta Goswami. Sutta Goswami was very young. So what he did, he transferred all the knowledge of Romaharshana Rishi to Sutta Goswami. That's how we heard the Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam is not directly from Sukadev Goswami to us. It's from Sutta Goswami. The Sutta Goswami heard, and then he is the one going around telling, right? And also we see Arjuna. He didn't talk to sorry, he didn't order Krishna. He didn't talk to Krishna at all, because on the battlefield it was so noisy that Krishna could not hear. So he was kicking Krishna from behind with his leg. If he had to go on the left, he would kick from the left side. If you want to, so that much Krishna has taken from from his disciples. Yeah, yeah, very nice. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, we are talking about Srila Prabhupada. Also, Srila Prabhupada, his guru right from the beginning had faith in him, because Prabhupada is the only one that got both initiation on same day. When he got both initiation on same day, everybody was puzzled, and they're telling their guru, like Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, why he is young, why you're giving both initiation? So Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur said, I know, I can see through him. Even though he took like 34 years after taking sannyas and all, after his guru left, he was a grihastha, he couldn't do it immediately, but he had that in his mind. And then when he decided, I think he read something, I have to do it, then all the acharyas started coming into his dream, telling him, blessing him, yes, you go ahead. That's how he did it. And the thing of fire, so Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur didn't say anybody about it, except for Srila Prabhupada. So nicely explained. Thank you. This is so nice. We can discuss for hours on Srila Prabhupada and his guru. Yeah, thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Indrika Mataji,
Hare Krishna.
for those wonderful insights. Thank you.
Yeah, I like to attend your class, but unfortunately on Mondays I am out. But today I decided to stay at home.
Oh, thank you.
I skipped my yoga
We are
class.
honored. We are honored with your presence and with your comments and additions. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you. I really truly admire you. Like we have so many like Indian, Asian people who doesn't even know about what you know. And I'm amazed.
It's all by my spiritual masters, Masi. I don't know anything.
Master?
His Holiness Bhaktidhir Damodar Swami Maharaj.
Oh, Haribol,
Yes.
Haribol. Yeah.
Haribol.
I thought because you said you were in Mayapur, I thought it was Jayapataka Swami.
No.
Too many.
Yeah.
I think he had about 100,000 disciples.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
It doesn't matter who it is the joining into the parampara, and then and also rendering service and asking questions, first approaching him and rendering service, and asking submissively and then rendering service. That is the most important thing. The qualities of the devotee is more important than the guru. As long as he's in the Guru Parampara, I think it shouldn't matter.
Yes.
I think. Yeah.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah, but it is also said that a guru, before taking a disciple, the guru has to observe the disciple for 2 years. The disciple should be recommended by other devotees, and the guru will monitor, observe the disciple for 2 years. Similarly, the disciple, they should do the same. Yes, guru is in the same parampara, but they also should know the character and how the guru deals with disciples. They also should know that. They have the right to know that also. That is also said. That it's not like I close my eyes, you recommend me to this guru, I just go to this guru. No, I have to do my homework as well. Right?
Yes. Yes, there should be a connection between guru and spiritual master and disciple. This is recommendation of Sanatan Goswami, what Mataji is saying in the Hari Bhakti Vilas. He says minimum 1 year, a disciple should stay or be in contact with the spiritual master, checking each other. Yes, learning from each other. The disciple should see, can I entrust my soul to this person? And the guru should see, is this person really right to be imparted to with spiritual knowledge? Then after that, initiation can happen. Minimum 1 year.
Yeah, thank you, Mataji.
Thank you very much, Mataji. Any other questions or comments from the group before we end the session? If there are no questions from the group, then I can request Eastern Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Are you able to end the session for today? I think he might have challenges, so we can
Hare
request.
Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, please accept my humble obeisance. All Guru. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. We can hear you.
I don't like
Continue,
my
Prabhu.
is bad. Please accept my humble obeisances. All Guru Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much for the wonderful insight to those two shlokas today, Mataji. It's such a wonderful class. And I learned a lot about a Guru, and yeah, it was so nice. And I will invite each and every devotee present to unmute and chant one round of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra in the glorification of Her Grace Rasa Sundari Mataji for the wonderful class.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha, कृपासिन्धुभैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, अनंत की जय, श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय, श्री गुरु महाराज की, Her Grace Rasa Sundari Devi Dasi ki jai. Hare Krishna. Devotees in Kenya, I would like to ask a question. There was like what is it, flood?
Yes,
Anybody?
yes. Yeah,
Is
there
it
was
in your
landslide.
area?
It's a little away from our area. So we had in the hospital, we had all the victims that had that suffering, and we are collecting a lot of funds to help them.
Yeah.
It is a little away from our area, but there is a lot of rain. There's a lot of rain.
But is it the rainy season right now there?
No. This is supposed to be the beginning of our summer. Our summer should have started in September or October at least. But it is so cold. We are seeing we are all wearing thick jackets. And all the crops would have now been spoiled that were needed to be harvested. So it's not a good sign.
No, even in one part of India, they said where it should not be raining, there were heavy flood and so many people died also. I think Punjab or somewhere, I don't remember the place. This is a effect of Kali Yuga. Things are changing. When it should be rain, it doesn't rain. When it should be like dry season, it's heavy rain, and Anyway, we pray for the departed souls. We don't know in what conditions they left their bodies, and very sad. Many people died.
Yes, a lot of people died. The last score I heard, and devotees can correct me, was 100. But I mean, it is still underrepresented.
Yeah, you cannot know until Okay,
thank you for your prayers and reminding us that
we should keep a minute silence just in the departed soul's honor, just like pray to Krishna silently for them, give their soul peace. Thank you, everyone. May Krishna give the souls peace and take them to his abode. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji, for those prayers. And when we pray for all these people who have departed, Mataji, we know that probably they were not Krishna conscious. I mean, some of them might have even been elevated devotees. We have no way to judge. But do we just make the same prayer that Krishna, please take them, let them rest in your lotus feet and take them to your abode? Or do we say that let them have sadgati, or what is the
What is Sadgati? It's the same thing, right? Sat, you have just said. So when we pray, we say, Krishna, please help the departed soul make their way to your abode, right? That is our prayer. Now it depends on the karma also, right? But this little prayer will help the souls because the soul has a journey. The soul will get a settled body now. As soon as they leave the gross body, get a settled body. Now that journey is very, very difficult for non-devotees, right? It take like a year to reach the Yamapuri in Yamaloka. And then there, you will have to wait to be judged by Yamaraj. It's not like you walk in. Like when we go to see a doctor, we just don't barge in the office. We have to wait and sit and wait for our turn to be seen. Similarly, so many souls are there. Yamaraj they have to wait for Yamaraj to see them. And then so now we are offering this little prayer, make the journey easier. Right?
okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for that, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Okay, with that we can end the session. Thank you all for praying and joining for today's excellent session. Hare Krishna.